want to start with opening statement, and we'll have 2 questions.
I think one of the things that I always challenge our guys with is to leave the gym proud, whether it's practice or competition. Even taking that a step further, just being able to leave whatever you're doing, out there, the classroom, making sure that you're loving your family the way that you need to love them. We can be proud. We can be proud if we didn't execute the way that we need to execute, but we can leave here proud of, the season.
Coach Vinny Lips here from Off the Block. Building off that, your program's always had doubters. Do you feel that, know that you wanted the result different, but tonight you silenced those doubters and showed that you guys are yet again a top team in the country?
Yeah, and as much as we all try to seek approval, in life, I think our guys, again, it's just a matter of being proud. And if they want to continue to, I don't want to say disrespect our program, but doubt the ability of our team and what we have continued to grow, I think over the course of, only 13 years or 14 years of the history of our program, every year it's gotten better. So I expect our program to continue, obviously having a couple of juniors in here to talk about, what the seniors left behind and the legacy, and it's just something to build off of. So it's not about, to me, it's not about the haters and the doubters out there. It's great. If they like us more, that's awesome. But it's about us, as long as we can be proud of what we did.
Camden, Jackson, I'd like to talk a little bit about that match. What do you feel was the biggest difference between game 1 and the final 3 games?
I feel like we left a couple plays out there. I think we can all admit that. And it's I think the first set they came out strong and we were a little bit more flat-footed, and maybe that had something to do with the moment or something. But I felt like even when we were down 7-2 in the first, I feel like we were still we were there with each other. We didn't bail on each other or anything. I just think we just left a couple of plays out there. I feel like in the following sets that we all wish we could get back, but.
Yeah, we were down the first 3 sets to start by almost 3, 4, 5 points every single set. So we battled every single set, and I think the difference is just attention to detail, and it kind of carried throughout the entire set of once when we realized kind of what was going on and what we were missing and the points of emphasis that we just weren't clicking on, throughout the set we kind of made those adjustments and were able to kind of bounce back, but it just we got behind too early, too fast.
And question for both the players as well, your juniors. Can you just talk about the mood in the locker room, especially for the underclassmen? Afterwards, it's a tough loss. It's robbed. Is there a hunger to be back here next year?
Yeah, from when I was a freshman to now, the team and the culture has changed. Not tremendously, but it has changed quite a bit, and the expectation within our gym has also changed, but that has been significant, and just how people bring their talents every day in the practice gym, and how we've been able to combat with just talents and being able to push as hard as we can. That has been something that has been different throughout the last 4 years of being here. And going along with that is just,
I agree with him. I was going to say he's right on the money, and then right in the locker room, I feel like after I was just thankful. Everybody was thankful for that guy standing back there, Christian, and all the seniors, and just it is the expectation now, but those guys are definitely the core piece of why we're here today. So just thankful for the seniors, and then just letting the underclassmen and everybody else know that this is where we're gonna be, and this is where we want to be, and it's an expectation instead of just discussions.
And Coach, not a second guess question here, but more just an opportunity to help educate us. Throughout the season, we saw Jordan in the libero position, moved in the last couple matches to a serving specialist. Can you just talk about the mindset behind that move?
Yeah, it was just a matter of kind of keeping some bodies fresh. So in terms of our outside attackers, obviously we have Jackson Hickman, Christian Jenke that are phenomenal guys. Carter Rogers off the bench is, had some opportunities too, but we just thought we needed a little bit more depth in that position more than anything.
Matt, that opening set getting down 7-2, 8-3, what did you feel like? Some nerves there early, and then what flipped it to dominate the rest of that set?
I think ultimately that probably made us feel a little bit more comfortable, because that's kind of been our MO all season. So going down early, our guys have been there a lot. Coach Costi being in here is laughing, but it's true. Our guys find a way to go down early, and then that's for some reason, that's when we just want to kind of start turning it on. And I can't speak for them, but I think the biggest thing that I was worried about going in was, you know, what our nerves were going to be like and how we were going to handle them. And I didn't think that we were nervous. I just think that we maybe weren't as aggressive as we should have been from the start. And I think that's when Long Beach started getting on rolls, when they were, you know, chucking second contacts out of system up tight to the net. Like, they beat us in that game, and they were just a little bit more physical than us.
Jackson, you looked like you were fighting for everything there at the end on a couple of those saves, and then when you were leaving, you took a long look back. What were you processing at that point?
Honestly, I mean, it was hard between like grateful and being, you know, disappointed with what happened, and like Coach said, like, we were proud of what we put out there. So I was kind of just, you know, just taking in the moment, because I tend to not do that sometimes, and you know, it moves fast. But just looking and kind of something that will motivate me during the summer to see, like, oh, like, we didn't get past that hump. You know, we did get in the tournament, but now we have a new hump to cover, you know, and getting off the first round. So just a little motivation to look back and taking in the moment, really.
And Camden, what do you take the most pride in as far as getting here and what you and Christian have done, the road you've had together to
Yeah.
from Carlsbad to this?
Yeah. I mean, during the national anthem, that was kind of when I got my most emotional. I just closed my eyes and was just super thankful for the situation that we've been in. Yeah, I mean, you come in wanting to win a national championship every year. That's the goal. That's the goal as a high school player, and going to college. Like, that's the number one reason why you want to go to college and play volleyball, is to win. And so being in a spot that we've never been here before, the program's never been here before, and just being surrounded by the guys that I started with, and being able to look left, right, and see all the people that I just love so much, and just being so thankful for this opportunity. And I mean, like they've said, like, we wish we would have gone farther, and we are happy and grateful that we were here, but just being able to soak in the moment and just be super appreciative and thankful for all the opportunities that we've all been given, because I wouldn't trade anything for the world for this.
Question for you, Camden. Clearly on the other side of the net, Simon Torrey had a great match. What made him so effective tonight?
He's big. He's really big. But I mean, midway through the third set, all the way through the fourth set, and just like Matt said, we were tentative to start. And once when I was told, don't be afraid to get blocked, don't be afraid to just challenge high hands. If you hit the ball out by 2 or 3 feet, who cares? You're being aggressive. That's kind of when it started to click for me, and not being okay with just getting roll shots in and just trying to keep the ball alive because we're losing when we were doing that. So that's kind of something that I took from this game, especially. I mean, being on the right side is a little bit different than being outside, and growing up being outside, and just how you hit the ball is just a lot different in approach, and that's something that I'm just getting more comfortable with. But yeah, he's a big kid. He did his job tonight. He definitely did his job tonight.
Coach Worley, obviously this is a very historic season. Does the success of this season change what you will deem a successful season in future years?
I think it's just a matter of big picture and your scope. I mean, every team, every, I guess, puzzle that you piece together with your personnel, I mean, it's going to be different. So I think expectations change. I think it was Giannis that was asked this, you know, most recently, was your season a failure? And he kind of mocked the question. This was successful. We have to learn from it. And I think being in this room on this stage feels way different than losing in the MPSF tournament, not being here. So yes, the expectations do change, but also team makeup, and you know, there's always down years. But yeah, we're gonna do our best to be here every year.
All right, thank you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.